everyone, welcome to another reading vlog. Also,
Getting mauled by a cat over here.
just a cat.
Something in my mind told me that you are the perfect one. I can't get you out, I will never leave aside my love. I don't want to look around you. I will never let you down, yeah. Something in my mind told me that you are the perfect one, yeah.
In this vlog, I will be reading One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus and letting you guys know my thoughts and opinions on it as I am reading it. I am buddy reading this with Kat from Bookish Reads, and I will link her channel down below and her vlog if it's up by the time this goes up. The way we decided to do it was we're going to read 100 pages every week. So I haven't even started this week yet, but I have to read 100 pages by Wednesday. Wait, I didn't tell you what day it is. I'm so bad at vlogging. It's 8:30 on May 16th, and I'm going to start this book today. And I have to have 100 pages or the first part of the book read by the 20th. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to start it right now. Look at this naked book. Woo. I'm literally on the first page. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Bronwyn? I thought it was Brownin for a second, but that's not right. Also, look at the first sentence. Sorry, spoilers, but I'm already having issues, and it's the first page. So, okay, so I'm on chapter 2, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update, just my initial thoughts with the book. I'm on page 16. So I actually kind of forgot about this. I knew this. I skimmed the synopsis. I didn't actually read it because I don't like knowing too much, but I kind of forgot about it. But so this is kind of like a Breakfast Club type thing. The characters are kind of similar to the Breakfast Club, I guess. So at first I was trying to figure out who's the athlete, who's the best case, who's the princess, And actually this is a perfect time for me to read this because I just watched the Breakfast Club a couple days ago. At first I was getting kind of confused because this is not really that big of a deal, and I'll probably get it down. But the basket case in Breakfast Club is a girl, and here it's a guy. It's gender bent a bit, which is fine. It's just, it kind of caught me off guard for a second. Having a hard time getting past the Breakfast Club characters and letting these people be their own characters. So the criminal guy in Breakfast Club, his character would not do the things that the criminal in this book does. They are obviously not the same characters. But so I'm on chapter 2, and some stuff has already gone down. It's gotten pretty spicy already, and I'm only on page 16. So I'm wondering where this is going, because it feels really early for something like that to happen, but maybe that's a good thing. It's a good sign that it's gonna be an ooh suspenseful book. So I'm kind of excited to see where it's going, so I'm gonna keep reading. I know I said this earlier, things were getting crazy fast, but I just finished chapter 2. I'm only on page 26. Why are things so crazy already? Oh my goodness. Very big thing just happened, and yikes. At this rate, the book should end in 20 pages. Why is it going so fast? Okay, but I'm probably gonna stop there for tonight, so I'll update you later. Hello everyone, welcome back to my One of Us is Lying vlog. It is Wednesday, May 20th, and it's 1:14 a.m. and I don't know why I decided until this late at night to start reading. To catch you up, I am on page 26, which is the start of chapter 3, and I will update you later when I have more thoughts about it. Ooh, okay, so this is newspaper type, online news source online that one of the characters writes. And so a different character is thinking, where she says, there's only one thing that could have been written about me on that paper. And so, but she doesn't say what it is. So ooh, I bet that's her secret. And that makes her look shady. So I was debating whether or not I was going to do spoilers in this vlog, but honestly, I think I'm going to have to. So if you don't want to be spoiled for this book and you haven't read it, leave now, because there will be spoilers. Because it's going to be hard to talk about this book if I don't give spoilers. Spoilers are starting now. One of the characters, Simon, has died. I'm sorry I had to set up. This is an important matter for me. The way their school is handling it is they're having all the homeroom teachers tell the students what happened and how he died, and then they also are like saying, hey, there will be a grief counselor all day auditorium. If you need to see them, go anytime to talk to them. And while I think this is okay, I was kind of just like thinking about how realistic it is. When I was in high school, the summer after my junior year, it was like right after school got out, a girl from my school who was a couple years younger than me actually died in a car accident, and it was really sad. The following school year, like that first day that we came back from summer vacation, we had an assembly in like with the whole school. Granted, my school was like really small, so we were able to fit the whole school in the gym. An assembly, and our principal was like, this happened early this summer, many of you know this, and he kind of gave a little bit of what exactly happened. And then they hired a secondary counselor. So we had like our guidance counselor. They hired a second counselor who was specifically like for people who may be affected by this death. And then she was there for the whole school year that year. And so I just feel like the way that they're doing it in this book, how the teachers are saying it and not like the principal directly to everybody, like the teachers, they all have like a little like paper or whatever that tells them what to say. Like I just think it isn't as realistic. If I hadn't experienced that in high school, I would think the way that this book is written is fine, it sounds realistic, but like I think since I've experienced it, I don't think it is as realistic. I think they should have told it to the whole school all at once. It probably should have been the principal or maybe like the superintendent of their school, someone higher up than just like a homeroom teacher. I don't think they did the guidance counselor thing very well either. Like they definitely should have the guidance counselor on for a lot longer than just a day, especially since this character that just died happened during detention the day before at school. I feel like just one day is not enough for like this, like for grief counseling, you know? It's just something I like to think about when I read, because I reflect on this a lot when I write, how realistic it might be. So that's just kind of got my mind going with how the school is handling their situation and how I have experienced that same situation. Sorry, that was a really depressing update. I apologize. Ooh, here's some tea. I'm on page 40, and one of the characters who has a girlfriend and says that his girlfriend is amazing and he loves her and she gets him, and then he just texted somebody else and the text said, "Hey, handsome," and then he texts them back, and then the person, we don't know who it is, says, "Can I see you tonight?" and he says, "Call you later," and then they say, "Miss you." So like, tea. Everybody is just being so shady now. Also, if you're wondering, this is an ice pack because I got a sunburn the other day while working on the lake, and I'm putting ice on it because it's still heated and it needs ice. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, okay? Hello everyone, it is Thursday, I don't know what day, May 21st. It's 11:31 in the morning, and I'm about to open up One of Us is Lying and finish what we have to read for this part, because Kat and I talked and we decided we were going to talk about part 1 today. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but she also had some stuff going on and I was busy yesterday, so we're going to talk about it tonight. So I need to finish what is left of part 1, so I am prepared to talk about it. And I'm currently on page 53. I did read like a single page yesterday while I was in the car. I did not read very much at all. Here we go. Look, I'm using my sunscreen as a bookmark. So I'm on page 61, and Addie, she's sort of like the princessy character. She is visited by a police officer who's looking into Simon's death because when Simon died, he had an allergic reaction to peanuts, and like he was having an allergic reaction, and they were like, go get the EpiPens from the nurse's office, but there were no EpiPens in the nurse's office. Like someone had moved them or taken them. Addie was in the nurse's office that day at like 1 o'clock, and you know, the Simon died during detention, so after 3. And so now the police officer is asking, like, did you see the EpiPens in the nurse's office? Were they gone when you were there? And she's like acting really weird, like really weird. It's like, I don't even know what an EpiPen looks like. You know, she's just being really sketchy. Okay, so I finished part 1 and I'm now on page 107 of One of Us is Lying. Oh, my bookmark just slid down. Wow. Things are getting crazy. All of the characters have done something that they didn't want people to find out about, and like Simon knew about it and he was going to post it. Sorry, I'm putting a belt on, that's what this noise is. He has this like app where he posts the like gossip of the school, and like everything that he posts is true. And so he had a post about to go up, it was supposed to go up the day that he died, about all 4 of the characters who were in the room when he died. And now the police think that it was like a group like effort, like they all worked together to kill him, and all of them are, you know, nervous that they're gonna be charged with murder. Things are getting crazy. I'm starting to get the hang of all the characters, and I mean, I'm about 100 pages in, so I would hope by now I would know some of the characters. Like I said before, there are a lot of characters, and a lot of the smaller side characters, I'm like, who's that again? But for the most part, I think I'm getting them down, especially the main 4 characters. It's pretty good so far. I'm really liking it. I don't read a lot of mysteries, so I'm bad at like guessing who it is, but I mean, I don't have a guess yet. Maybe I will like later on in the book, but right now I'm just like excited to see how it goes. Tonight, I think Kat and I are going to video chat and talk about what we read and discuss theories possibly, and it'll be so much fun and I can't wait. And then next Wednesday we will have to read part 2, which goes to page 213. So again, about another 100 pages, a little more than 100. So I am excited. So I am reading One of Us is Lying again, and I'm on page 107. I just started part 2, and I didn't tell you, it's Friday, and Kat and I are supposed to chat about part 2 tomorrow, and I haven't even started it yet. So I decided I should probably start reading it. Like, the very first paragraph of part 2 is like a detailed like outline of how Bronwyn spends her morning. She's like, get up at 6, run for half an hour, eat oatmeal at 6:30, shower for 10 minutes, dry her hair, scan New York Times 10 minutes, check her email, yada yada yada. Like, who has time for that? Who gets up that early to do all that stuff? Like, literally nobody. I've never met a single person who gets up that early. Calm BS right there. Bronwyn is currently my pick for the killer. Like, she's the person I think did it so far. Her or also Addie, but like I feel like Addie is too like girly like squeamish to have murdered somebody. So, but that's my prediction. Okay, page 111. I kind of really ship Nate and Bronwyn. There's kind of like a little bit of chemistry between them. He's come to see her at her house a couple times, and there was a spot where he like talked about how he kind of like played a prank on her when they were little, and like kind of ship it. It's kind of cute. Okay, so I'm kind of like confused, I guess. Like, okay, so there's like this like Tumblr post that has come out. Like, there's been more than one, like 2 Tumblr posts so far about how Simon died and who didn't. So far we've thought, like I thought that the person who's posting these is the person that killed Simon. But now there's another one that came out. Attached to the Tumblr post is the post that Simon was about to put up on his social media gossip thingy, whatever, that has all of like the dirt on all the 4 main characters. Each of them has their own motive for wanting to kill Simon. So like, but we don't know which one it is yet. Tumblr post was made with the post that Simon was going to post that day before he died. And the Tumblr post is like, everyone in detention with Simon last week had an extra special reason for wanting him gone. Now here's your assignment. Is everyone in this together, or is somebody pulling the strings? Who's the puppet master and who's the puppet? I'll give you a hint. Everyone's lying. Now it sounds like the person who's making the Tumblr posts isn't the killer and is like somebody else who's trying to unmask the killer in like a sort of vicious way. But like, it's gotta be the killer, right? Like, but then like, that means one of the 4 main characters, Nate, Addie, Bronwyn, or Cooper, is pretending not the killer and then like posting stuff like this. By posting the post that Simon was gonna put up before he died, that explains the motive for people wanting to kill him. They were all secrets, and like the main characters wouldn't want anybody to know about their certain secrets. So like, why would, if the person who's doing the Tumblr posts is one of the 4 main characters, why would they post that? Because they don't want their secret out either. So like, for example, if Cooper posted it, Cooper's secret was that he was using steroids. Like, he wouldn't want that secret out, you know, like, and there's a situation like that for all of them. So I'm like really confused now. This like makes it sound like the person who's running the Tumblr page isn't one of the 4 people and isn't the killer, but I thought it was. So I'm confused. By the way, I'm on page 131 and it's going great. Hello everyone, it is Saturday at 3:15 p.m. and I'm sitting down to read more of One of Us is Lying because I'm only on page 140 and I'm supposed to read to page 213 by today. So I'm going to continue on with that. I did read a little bit last night. So far, I'm kind of like feeling like this book is kind of slow. I'm like almost halfway through with the book and it feels like really not a lot has happened. Obviously that kid died, but that happened at like the very beginning of the book, and like nothing else has really happened since then. There still is no progression in figuring out who killed Simon. So I'm kind of like feeling kind of like meh right now, you know, it's kind of boring. Hi everyone, it's been so long since I've vlogged. I don't even remember the last time I vlogged or even what page I was on. So I need to finish part 2 of One of Us is Lying. I am on page 183 and there's 213 pages of part 2. So I have 30 pages left, and so I'm going to be finishing that right now, and then after I finish that, hopefully I will call Kat and we will talk about part 2 and what we thought about it. So let's get reading. Oh wow, so I just finished part 2, and part 2 ended with us finding out that the person we thought that Cooper had been seeing while he was seeing Addie is not another girl. It is in fact a guy. Scandalous, I know. This book has been throwing curveballs at me left and right, and I literally cannot predict what's coming next, and it's very good. And I can't talk about it anymore because I have to go to work because I will be late, but I will update you later as soon as I start part 3. Don't mind the paint on my hand. I've been painting the shelves that are right over here. So it's actually June 22nd at 8 o'clock at night, and I have not vlogged much. I haven't done videos much. I haven't read much. Like literally my life is like falling apart, like reading wise. I don't know, I'm just in like the worst slump ever. So I am reading One of Us is Lying, and I'm just trying to hammer through it and get it done today. I feel so bad for Kat because I've been so slumpy. I should have finished this days ago and I didn't because I'm not in the mood. I'm on page 275 and I just started chapter 25, and the end of the last chapter says Nate has been arrested for the murder. I still don't think it's Nate. I think it is, I don't know, I really think it's Addie or Bronwyn. Like, that's, my gut just tells me that, but I don't know. But I don't think it's Nate. I think like this is a red herring or something. That was a big reveal to read. Okay, sorry about the loud noise because my air conditioner is on, but I needed to update you guys. Bronwyn was investigating the car accident that happened outside of the school around the time that Simon died, and because they still think that someone could have been involved with the accident, planned to kill Simon. So that's who they're investigating. Bronwyn particularly is looking into this because she likes Nate, and Nate got arrested, so she wants to clear his name. So she tracks down the owner of the car that was in the accident at the time of the murder, and she found the guy, and he said that someone paid him $1,000 to have an accident at that time. He said that he knows who the person was, and so Bron was like, who? And he says, it was Simon. What? Simon paid them to have an accident at the time that Simon died. What's going on? I'm on page 332. So Addie went over to Janae's house. Janae was a friend of Simon. Kind of just like, what's going on? I know you know stuff. And so Janae let's spill. Simon was suicidal and planned this whole thing to happen. So he wanted his suicide to look like a murder, and he wanted everybody who was in that room, so Nate, Bronwyn, Addie, and Cooper, to be investigated for his murder because he had something against them all. So he planned this whole thing, and Janae has some evidence that he did this, but Jake, which is Addie's ex-boyfriend, has most of it. And so things are getting spicy because Jake came over to Janae's while Addie was there, and Addie was going to hide in another room and record Jake confessing to what all is happening because Janae and Addie knew that Jake wouldn't just like come clean to the police. Janae wanted to, but she didn't have enough information and didn't want to be blackmailed by Jake. So, wow, things are getting crazy. Just finished One of Us is Lying, and I have pretty mediocre feelings about it. After all of the stuff about, you know, who did it and why came out, it got really boring. So like the last chapter and like the epilogue were really boring, last like 20 pages. And honestly, I think it could have ended way sooner than this, and there was a lot of stuff that just I don't think was necessary. And also, I kind of feel like cheated that there wasn't like an actual like murderer, because, you know, Simon killed himself. And like, you spend this whole book thinking one of these 4 people is it, and it's none of them because he killed himself. And like, it's definitely unique and different out of the box. You know, usually you don't read a murder mystery where the murderer is the person who died. I just feel like I wanted more. I wanted it to be one of the 4 people. I wanted it to be like, yes, I was right, or like, oh, it was that person. You know, and like I didn't get that, obviously, because it wasn't any of them. So I kind of don't really like that so much. Also, I'm pretty salty that Nate and Bronwyn didn't end up together. At the end, there's kind of like a hint that they might like go out in the future, but she's with a different person, so like, you know, there's less of a chance. And I don't know, I just like, that was one of the things that I was really rooting for throughout this whole thing, and then they didn't end up together, and now I'm like, well, I thought it was pretty good up until like the end. I don't know, I think I might give it like a 3.5 stars. I don't think it was necessary, like it was decent, wasn't amazing. I don't think it was necessarily a 4 stars, so I think 3.5 is what I'm gonna go with. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video if you stuck around this far and watching my experience reading this book. If you want me to do more videos like this in the future, please comment down below, and what books you'd want me to do too, and that might be kind of fun. And if you'd want me to do them like spoiler free too, because I know this one is spoilery. I could probably do ones that don't have spoilers. And I am going to chat with Kat tomorrow about the book. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please make sure you are subscribed down below. And if you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description box, as they always are. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Something in my mind told me that you are the perfect one.